Our next guest here on our live show is an author and an historical interpreter who portrays influential African-American women like Rosa Parks, Maggie Walker, and even First Lady Michelle Obama. Morgan McCoy is planning to take her one-woman show on the road on a national college tour starting next month. But you can attend first a special presentation of Evolution of a Black Girl this Sunday at the Henrico Theater. And we welcome Morgan Avery McCoy back to Virginia this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've been to see us a couple of times, and things are just getting really exciting for you, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and I'm so happy to be back. You guys have been amazing, so it's a lot going on right now.
It's our pleasure to invest and support someone so talented. Let's talk about this college tour, because you're going to be on the road starting in a couple of weeks and going all across the country.
Yes, 9,000 miles and counting right now, so we're excited. The first set of college tours will be in Texas, so the first 2 weeks in February we'll be traveling Houston and various other cities in the Texas area to different colleges to do my show Evolution of a Black Girl. And from Texas we go to Georgia, from Georgia we go to Florida, and some Ohio trip in there as well, so it's a lot.
And I understand you got some very special celebrity support in this.
Yes, I'm so grateful. We got the news yesterday evening. Louis Gossett Jr., he has a foundation called the Racism Foundation. It's an amazing foundation where the focus is eradicating racism. Erasing it completely and totally, and so we're really excited because with the Racism Foundation, they're coming on board as a sponsor of the college tour, and so I'll be one of the ambassadors kind of promoting the racism goal and mission.
So that must be pretty exciting for you to know that an Oscar winner has seen something very important and very special in the project that you're doing.
It's very humbling, and I'm incredibly honored.
Well, let's talk about the show itself. This is a show that you wrote.
I did, and I portrayed 12 women, and honestly, for me, when I was about 16 years old, I began to really develop my writing skills, and I always give credit to God because I say that He wrote the play, He just used my hands. And so for me, people would say, hey, will you do, Coretta Scott King, will you do Madam C.J. Walker? And so I began doing various pieces during Black History Month. And kind of 2 years ago is when it all kind of came together, and I compiled the various stories that I've been telling for so long and wrote this show. And so now it not only has the characters that I'd already been portraying, but it also has additional characters. I am portraying Michelle Obama, also playing 6 fictional characters that are based on historic truths. And so in this show, it's kind of like the voices of the past are speaking to the present about how to build a better future.
So this has been a learning process for you as well.
It has. It's the evolution process. I really feel like the theme of the show is getting better every day. And honestly, the show has made me better. And I'm not just saying that, it really has made me better. And so, oh goodness, the reason why I feel grateful to tell the stories of these women is because as I read about, their tenacity and how they pushed despite the obstacles that they encountered. Madam C.J. Walker being an orphan, not being able to read, all these things that, are roadblocks to success, yet and still she becomes the first self-made African-American female millionaire. It's amazing. And so I feel like as I heard her story, as I wrote her story, as I read, about these women, it just made me say, you know what, Morgan, you need to be better. I'm in the 21st century, so if I don't know something, I can Google it. You know what I mean? We have a lot of opportunities, and instead of focusing on what we don't have, we can really utilize what we do have and get better.
And to know that we're standing on their shoulders, really.
Yes.
Now, one of the things you've done, you've performed this dozens of times and will go forward on the college tour, but you do some talkbacks. What's been some of the response that you've gotten from the audiences after they've seen the show?
I would have to say the talkback is probably one of the most rewarding experiences ever, to have people crying, telling you how something has impacted them, because I know the show has impacted me, but to hear people say, you know what, I did the show at a college called Lewis and Clark College in Godfrey, Illinois, and in the Q&A session, one of the girls said, I was dropping out of school today, but after seeing this show, I'm staying in school. That was just like, this is the reason why I'm doing this, that alone, just hearing, the inspiration that people receive from it. And then also, the show is, of course, I can't tell all of the women who've done amazing things. I only have an hour and I only play 12 characters, but it does encourage people to research and learn more and learn about other people's stories and then kind of developing their own too. So that's the most rewarding thing, just hearing in the talkbacks the questions and also learning that people are learning from the show.
To know that you're opening the door to further education.
Yes.
And you were saying to me before the show that this is more than just about Black history.
It is. It is. I always tell people, and I'm so glad that the show has been so well received that, you know, I'm doing the show throughout the year, because it's not just a Black history piece. It's a show that transcends race and gender. It's something that it's a universal theme of hope. And so I always say, all you have to be is human and be able to hear. You don't even have to be able to see. Just if you can hear, then you will be touched by the show, because you're going to hear the testimonies of these women and how their lives were changed and what they did. And hopefully it'll encourage you to do something too.
Well, we wish you the best of luck with the college tour, but you're
Thank
going to be doing a
you.
performance here first. Let's tell
Yes.
people about that. Morgan Avery McCoy presents her one-woman show, Evolution of a Black Girl, from the Slave House to the White House, this Sunday, January 18th. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Henrico Theater in Highland Springs. We've put a link to more information on our show website at WTVR.com/VTM. Congratulations, Morgan. Thank you so much, and best of luck with the college tour.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.